Hello guys and welcome to another episode by Client Centric. I'm your host Matthew Coppola. Well, today I'm going to be talking about how to ask an employer for a pay rise. Now, to a lot of people, asking for a pay rise, asking for a pay review is daunting. You don't want to, you're nervous. You don't want to create a bad taste in the employer's mouth. You don't want them to think anything negative or anything like that, or you don't want to come across to full on or forward. But at the same time, you've obviously come to a point where you would like a pay rise. You feel that you would like to be earning a bit more money for whatever reason. And so you're wanting to approach your employer. So what are some ways you can do that? You can do this. First and most importantly, it's important to approach your employer at the right time, at the right place, in the right manner. You wouldn't want to approach your employer when they're busy doing something, or there's a lot of pressure at work for whatever reason to get a project done, and you go and say, hey, I would like a pay rise, can we talk about it now? They're going to say to you, look, this is not a good time. It puts pressure on them. You also want to do it at a time where it's a bit more discreet. You approach them privately in their office, and whether it be a group of managers, but use discretion. You don't want to be approaching them in front of your colleagues, putting them on the spot. So being mindful of time and place, it's really, really key. That's the first thing. Be mindful of time and place. Second thing is to know your worth. Okay? Do some research. Look at what people in your industry with your level of experience, what are they earning? What are some pay rates that are being mentioned on online forums? Know what you're worth. That's the second thing. Third thing is to be mindful of how long you've been there. That's another key thing. You want to be able to approach your employer for a pay review, knowing that you've been there for a realistic time frame. You wouldn't want to. You wouldn't want to start a job and you start the job the first day, and then the second day you go to the employer and say, hey, I'd like my pay reviewed. Now you can do that, but will they say yes? Will they say no? Well, I don't know, but you want to still prove yourself. You want to prove that you're in it for the long haul, and you want to prove your worth as well. You want to demonstrate that you can do the job well, and that you're exceeding expectations. Not only meeting your targets, but possibly exceeding your targets as well, accomplishing some really good things. And so you can back yourself up when you're asking for that pay review. You can say, hey, look, this is all the things that I've achieved. These are all the things that I've achieved, and such as this, and this. And based on what I've achieved and what I've accomplished, I feel that now has come to a time where I feel it would be good to have my pay reviewed. I feel that I would like my pay reviewed based on the achievements I've attained, what I've accomplished. So it's important to approach your employer and tell them about the accomplishments you've done, what you've achieved in the role, and use that as essentially as a foundation on which to justify asking for a pay review. And lastly, it's important to if they say no, to not take it personal, to possibly there for whatever reason. Maybe you can even ask them, is there a particular reason why you don't want to review my pay, and they might give you a reason, they might not. You can choose to just leave it there, and possibly bring it up at another time, a few weeks and some months down the track, and then approach them. Well, guys, I hope this has been in some way helpful in terms of give you some ideas on how to ask and how to approach your employer for a pay review. And all the best. Thanks, guys. Have a good night.